Hi, I'm David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, today I want to talk about employment assessments, why they're a scam, and why they're bullshit. So you may have already had 3 or 4 or 5 interviews, maybe spent even hours of time setting up and getting ready for a job interview. You get through the process, you point out all your qualifications, and you're hearing positive feedback from the HR person, maybe even the hiring managers. And then you're asked to fill out an assessment. And you think, oh, well, this is part of the process, so fine. But I'm going to tell you that assessment is going to have a whole bunch of random, not true or false questions with some of it is math testy, some of it is cognitive tests, some of it is supposed to tell whether you're going to be a good fit in their culture or not. But honestly, they're bullshit because you can't pass or fail it. They don't give out these assessments based on qualifications or trying to figure out what the actual qualifications you have. What the assessment is that you're either male or female and your ethnicity. If you're not in the right gender, ethnicity, or sexual orientation to what they're focused on hiring today, they can't just tell you that and take you off the list because you would discriminate. That's discrimination or reverse discrimination. And you would file a lawsuit just like everybody else would. But they can have you take this bullshit assessment and then decide that you didn't pass the assessment, even though you can't pass or fail these assessments. They're just complete bullshit. If you're talking to an HR person that tells you how important these assessments are and how it's going to judge your qualifications and make sure you're a good culture fit, hey, guess what? That person is an asshole and they're lying to you. If they're asking you to take the assessment, they've already realized you're not the right color, you're not the right gender, and they need to figure out a way to get rid of you legally. I should say not legally, but not illegally. So, I could be wrong, but prove me wrong. Tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me how an assessment has helped anybody. All the assessment is just to help the company legally be able to brush you aside and ghost you without you coming back and filing a lawsuit on them. If they sent out a response that said, I'm sorry, we're not hiring any more white people, or we're not hiring any more men, they would have so many lawsuits it'd be ridiculous. Now, I've been told personally by a hiring manager that I know and I'm pretty good friends with that they're told to not hire any more people of a particular race or ethnicity. That I've been told that was happening. And it's not like I didn't believe it. Because I Googled reverse discrimination, and for the last 8 years, there's been a reverse discrimination where men, white men specifically, are being deprioritized. And, and of course I'm in that group. So I've been affected. But that's on Google. I don't know that Google is always true on everything, but I'm pretty sure that that's probably right. It's definitely what I've experienced. So if you're being asked to take an assessment, you're being asked to take the assessment so they can brush you aside without getting a lawsuit. I feel like as soon as you're being asked to take the assessment, I personally won't spend another 50 minutes taking an assessment. I would tell that hiring manager or that HR person to, I don't know exactly what I would say, but it probably would be less than positive. I try to not be too rude and direct, but I'm getting to the point where being rude and direct is almost the right thing to do because it is bullshit. They try to make it sound like, oh, you've got all the right qualifications. you're the right person. I'll ask these people straight up, do I have all the qualifications and am I a good fit for this role? So far in my conversation with you, am I good culture for the company? And they'll tell me yes, 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 yes. Then ask me to fill out an assessment. And oh, I didn't pass the assessment. Well, how did I fail? Was it the numbers? Was it that I couldn't figure out which shape was the next shape in the process? Did I not have the right answers of whether I would step on a flower or step on a small animal? Because those are the kind of questions that they ask. And you can't answer them correctly or incorrectly. If you look at the assessment, you can't answer it correctly or incorrectly. No matter what you answer, the decision's already made. Anyways, I hope this is interesting. I hope you're not dealing with this because it's very frustrating. But if you are, hopefully this just helps you realize that you're not alone. There's a whole bunch of us out there dealing with this. And this is for both men, women, and it doesn't matter your ethnicity. It all depends on the time. If the government decides, oh, we're going to hire more white people, then it's going to be flipped. And, ethnicities are going to have a problem. If they decide they're going to hire more men, then the women are going to get pushed aside. And they'll get the assessments that all of a sudden they're not a good fit anymore. Anyways, if this has been interesting, do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, please, if you're not subscribed. If you are subscribed, I want to thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hey, I do a couple posts every week. Again, if this has been interesting, do me a favor and subscribe. I usually do health related posts, but this particular post, I feel like there's going to be somebody that's going to watch this post and be like, okay, this makes a little bit more sense, because none of this makes sense. Anyways, hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.